live. Welcome. Hello, everybody. How are we doing this afternoon? Welcome to the weekly beer and video review show with Travel Man Dan, aka Danny Salay, or the other way around, Danny Salay, aka Travel Man Dan. I'm just so excited. I'm so pumped up. I'm ready to go. Thanks for joining us. Who do we got in the room? How's the feed looking? Let me know. Pop up, say hello, give me a thumbs up, give me a wave, throw me a beer, let me know that you're here. We got a lot of fun things we're going to be doing today on the show. We are going to be doing some delicious beers that I've never had before, so I'm really excited about sampling a couple of new beers. Hey, we got Greg Z is in the house. Thank you, Greg. I'll be sure to mention the little plethora of pictures you sent me the other day. Wow, I've been looking at them, fascinated, psyched, ready to go. I seen the one that I really enjoy the most, and that was the Tantra, but I'll go ahead and mention that a little bit later. But thanks for joining. We got Greg in the house. Anybody else here? Say what's up, throw me a thumbs up, give me a beer sign, anything. Let me know that you're here. Guys, if you're new to this show, let me tell you what it's about. Who do we got here? We got Tenacious Freak. Good evening. Hello, how are we? How are we doing? And where are you calling in from? Or where are you? This is not a telethon. Where are you chiming in from there, Tenacious Freak? Good to see you. Guys, if you're new to the show, let me tell you real quick about what we do. What we do is Denmark. That's right. Hell yeah. One of my favorite places in the world. Thank you so much. Just real quick while we're on the subject, Denmark, in case you guys, that's awesome. You're at work watching Travel Man Dan live. That is awesome. If you've never been to Denmark, I definitely suggest that putting it at the top of your list. It's one of the coolest places in the world. The people are phenomenally nice. There's lots of stuff to do. Copenhagen in the summer and spring is really, really easy to get around if you've never been there before. If you want to check out all my videos on Denmark, I did some really cool, fun stuff. Yeah, just go to my channel, check out those videos. But what we're doing here on the weekly beer and video review show is we go ahead and we talk about last week's video that came out. We preview about the video that's coming up this upcoming week. And then we talk about, well, something that happens in the news, something that maybe crosses my mind throughout the week, anything that just pops up. We go ahead and we talk a little bit about this. I'll always hear that if you pop up and you mention something or you say something in the comment section, I'll always answer you. And then while we're doing that, we go ahead and we drink I go ahead and drink two delicious beers. I review them, I give them a score, and well, I hope that's interesting to you. And then also at the end of the show, we do a segment called What Are You Reading? What Are You Watching? We do This Day in History, which I've been getting a lot of DMs about, and people are really excited about it. They're really, I don't know, they like to hear it from just a regular guy. You know, I'm not a history buff, I'm not a professor or anything. I'm just a regular guy. I do a little research, I talk about the things that happened on this day, and we sum up the show with a quote. So, I hope you are here enjoying us. Thank you so much, Tenacious Freak, for hopping on at work. Greg, good to see you. If you're new to the channel, well, if you haven't already, hopefully you have, go ahead and hit that sub button right down there. And yeah, just let me know that you're subscribed. Be sure to ring the bell or press the little notification bell so that when new videos come out, you're notified. That's really important. And well, without further ado and without more rambling, because there's going to be a lot of ramble talk going on, let's get into today's beer. Today, we're going to be doing a really fun beer. I've never had this one, really looking forward to it. Maybe you guys in Europe are a little more familiar with it, but we're pulling something out of the Samuel Smith Brewery, the old brewery. Check this out. Look at this pint. I love this label. I don't know why. It's just, first of all, it's a bigger than, it's exactly a pint, so it's 2.7 fluid ounces, a little bit bigger than your American 12-ounce bottle of beer. So that's pretty cool, but I really like this label. I love all the writing and going on in it. It's kind of just like an old book or whatever. There's an old picture right here, and then there's a whole story going on the label. It's not just the brand who hits you in the face and a cool picture. The Samuel Smith Old Brewery Tadcaster, okay, is well, it's pure organic lager beer. All right, it's purely organic. So all you guys that are into organic foods, today on this show we're gonna be drinking an organic beer. So I'm not sure what that tastes like, but I also thought, because, well, travel the world, And most of the time when I run into Europeans, especially British, all right, they're like, mate, you have to have a pint glass. Okay, so I'm gonna be drinking out of a pint glass. I usually go right from the bottle, no preference, but we're eventually gonna make the switch over to that. I think it's nice to go ahead and show what the beer looks like in a pint glass, so that way you can determine whether it's a golden color or a tannish. All right, we back, guys. Hopefully, this terrible. All right, I'm not really sure. This is gonna work. We were off to a good start, but we've definitely hit a rough patch, and hopefully you guys are still with me. You're coming back on. I see one person popping back up. Listen, this is very frustrating for me too. I got a hot spot. All right, we're gonna try this one last time before I crack open the beer. Hey guys, welcome back for like the 15th time. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finally try the beer that I was talking to you guys about. I'm gonna talk a little bit faster. We're gonna cruise through this show because I'm not sure what's going on. We're doing this right here. Samuel Smith, Uncle John, I seen that you're there. Are you still with us? Well, let's go ahead. We got the red bottle opener that we use on this show. Let's go ahead and crack this sucker open. Take a whiff of this delicious smelling organic lager. Oh wow. Oh man, it smells like a baseball game. That smells amazing. Oh, there's just some beer that when it just comes out of that neck of the beer bottle, it just smells absolutely delicious. It's like getting hit with a slug of hops and ale and barley. Oh man, this smells good. But let's go ahead. Not to be offensive to my British friends, we're going to be using a pint glass today. Okay, so let's go ahead and pour this sucker in there. All right away we can see the color of this sucker is very light. Okay, it's got a nice yellowish to it. All right, we're going to pull a nice healthy head off the top of this, and look at that right there. Okay, that is what we are looking at. That is the Samuel Smith, okay, Old Brewery Tadcaster Pure Brewed Organic Lager. Okay, it's not a super strong beer. It is ringing in at 5%. That's good because this is big and we got a long ways to go on this show. And yeah, we got a good move with the glass. See? Tenacious freak, you know what I'm talking about. The Europeans definitely like the glass. And don't worry, I'm actually going to start bringing this in. I'm just working on an actual Travel Man Dan. I paid for it. I promise you I paid for it, Uncle John. Hey, we got my Uncle John here. Guys, how about a cheers to Uncle John? This first sip. Thank you. I know you've been on the show before, but now you are here. You are able to comment. You are joining us. So, all right, let's do it. All right, let's try out the Samuel Smith Organic Lager. Oh, that is smooth. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is delicious. Holy. Wow. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I haven't had a drink all week. Probably not. But this beer is so smooth. My uncle's awesome. Yeah, all my uncles are awesome. Uncle John, what's up? And if Aunt Pauline is with you, hello. Yeah, we got up, Mark. This is my dad. My dad is here. This is becoming a family affair, and I absolutely love it. Thank you guys. But this first sip of Samuel Smith Organic Brewed Lager is so smooth. It's not even like beer, but then it is, okay? It tastes like, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, Old Vienna, OV. it tastes like it's got that real strong beer taste to it. But yeah, this thing is much smoother. It's got a heck of a hoppy taste to it. It's not overpowering. Really delicious. You can see the light color of the hop, and what makes this beer a lager is that it's a little bit lighter. It's not a stout are usually darker, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into that for the second beer. We're gonna get into a double bock, and you're gonna see the difference. But the lagers are usually these light yellow. Okay, so beautiful first taste. Beautiful taste. All right. Now let's get into the week, guys. How are we? What's the news on the COVID-19 update? Are you guys out and about in your state, in your cities, in your countries? What's going on with you guys? I know here in Los Angeles they're starting to open up things a little bit more, but the restrictions on certain things with masks are being more monitored by the police. So I heard yesterday that the mayor of Los Angeles is going to go ahead and make it a mandatory policy that you must wear a mask if you're outside of your door. So we're going to see how that works out here. I'm really not too sure. Hopefully it will. That's the best thing for everybody, is just safety first. That's really all I'm concerned about. And maybe restaurants open tomorrow. Wow. You like this shirt? So in Denmark, the restaurants are open. Tenacious Freak, I don't know if you're in Copenhagen. Have you ever been to Café Complet? If you haven't, check out my video. It's on the main street right before you go to like Parliament and everything. It's an awesome place. You can get the smorgasbord there. You can get like all the fish and pickled herring. Malls, that's a weird thing. Man, who misses a mall? Definitely love to go to the shopping malls and miss all that stuff. But the big thing here in the United States, and we're all wondering, is hey, are we going to get a second stimulus check? Is that sucker coming? I know there's been some things that were passed through with Congress. I know the first stimulus check, there was some complications. Your dad used to have a shirt like this, and then he got a job. I love it. You got the zingers today, Greg. I love it. That's awesome. Well, I mean, I've been one to hang out a little bit on the beach, in the backyard, on the porch, just taking it easy. So yeah, I definitely I missed this one. I had Hawaii on the mind. I would have already been in Hawaii probably the end of this month. I'm going to go over there and do some lava filming, so that's been postponed. But yeah, so the COVID-19, thanks a lot. Hopefully we'll go ahead and get a second stimulus. For those of you that are in need of it, I definitely want to see you guys get a chance to be helped out by the government. And those of you that are in other countries, I'm not sure how it went for you, but here there are a lot of people struggling. So keep them in your prayers and thoughts, and we don't ever want to see anybody struggling, especially during something like this in this pandemic. We just want life to go on as usual and people to not struggle financially as hard as it's been. So we don't bring the mood down, let's go right back into that Sammy Smith. All right, guys, who's ever had this before? Anybody try this? If you have tried it, go ahead and throw me a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think about it. But I gotta say, that first sip, man, is it super smooth, delicious. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, this should be illegal. It's so good. It's so smooth. My first preference isn't English ale. It's not. I like Harp. I like. I'm sorry, not Harp. Bass. And there's a few other British ales out there that I think are really good. But man, this Sam Smith is unbelievably good. It is so creamy and so smooth. It just slides down. It's like it's not even drinking a beer. It was literally 2 small sips and half a pint glass later, I guess. Yeah. Now, next thing I want to talk about is, congratulations to my little cousin Rachel. All right. Woo! For what? She just graduated from the University of Buffalo Law School. So she is now a willing and able person to get a job with a law firm. And she's about to study law. She's about to start practicing law. And I remember when Rachel was a little girl and she'd always sleep over and stuff. And, now 20 some years later, she's graduating today with a law degree from the University of Buffalo. So congratulations, cuz. I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy. I wish you all the best in your career. I love your quote. Her quote says, you know, joke's on them. They're going to pay me for this stuff. I would have argued for free. That was her senior quote for her law school. Thought it was really cool, and I'm really excited to see where my cousin goes. She's a great person. I'm sure she'll be a great lawyer. So congratulations, Rachel, and all the best to you. Now, moving on, let's talk about the next big thing that happened in the Travel Man Dan. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Travel Man Dan channel and all its videos, but if you aren't, I'm sure that you will be after today. And if you are, thank you so much for watching it, as I made a huge step and I was accepted into you. You're not the first person that said that. No, we're not getting in any trouble. You know, Travel Man Dan doesn't really get in trouble with the law, but if I do, I guess now I have a cousin that can help me. But yeah, no, we ain't getting in trouble, guys. I know you guys want to see a Prison Man Dan episode. No, man, no, ain't happening, guys. Ain't happening. I'm squeaky clean. I live a clean life. I just do YouTube videos. So yeah, so what I was talking to you guys about is I'm happy and excited for the growth of this channel, thanks to you guys each and every Sunday. And if you watch my videos throughout the week, comment, all that good stuff is all compiled and is starting to build something. It's starting to grow my foundation, and I was accepted into the Amazon affiliate program. Hey, shh. All right, that's a huge move for me. It's really exciting, good stuff. If you know anything about the inner workings and the metadata behind YouTube, being part of an affiliate program is something that's really nice, because it gets you one step closer to being a full-time creator and a full-time person that makes videos. And man, I gotta tell you, if I can do this full-time creating, you're gonna see a new country every month. Like, it's just gonna explode, and I'm gonna go every freaking place in the world. I'm gonna go from the Cook Islands to Zaire, back over to Singapore, and it is gonna be phenomenal. I'm not going to prison, and nobody's taking my shirt, guys. What the hell? Tough crowd, tough crowd. How about 3 cheers or something good for the Amazon program? No, I love it. I'm happy to see you here, Uncle John. Oh, we got a little text message. Who do we got? All right. So next thing I want to keep on doing and rolling and moving on is, well, since we're sticking on the channel, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Be sure to check out, from now on, there is going to be Micro Monday videos. That's right. 12 o'clock at the turn of the clock on Mondays, you'll be able to see some micro videos. So what that is we're probably about 1.5 years in. So now each and every video that I've already filmed will be cut down into about 3 minutes, and it will be posted on Mondays. You know, my pen over. Oh, jeez. Where is this show going today? I did not know that. I do not want to know about bend over. But yeah, so that's pretty funny, Greg. That's pretty funny. So look, guys, now you'll be able to watch all the episodes that came out on Travel Man Dan, and you'll be able to watch them in shorter, about 3 to 4 minutes. Where are the women? That's what I'm saying. Where are the women on this show? Uncle John, help me. All right. So be sure to look out for Micro Mondays. We're going to be putting those out starting this week. You'll be able to watch, starting with some of my very first videos. Amala was back. Well, Greg, you know, people have funny nicknames, and you know, if that's what they called you, that's what they called you. Who am I to say? So look, moving right along, be sure to check out Micro Mondays. As you can see, all the great Travel Man Dan episodes in a shorter form, and let me know what you think. Go ahead and hop up there, throw a comment down on each one of those videos. That helps me out big time. But yeah, look out for the Micro Mondays. Now, I gotta say, that got off the rails a little bit. Travel Man is having a good time with his uncle and some other friends. Yes, we do. Greg, we love you too. Thank you. No, I love Uncle John on here. Keep commenting. It's time for some more of this delicious lager. Guys, once again, if you're just chiming in, sorry about earlier and the whole situation with the Wi-Fi, but we are drinking the organic Samuel Smith lager. Check that baby out. It is a pure joy. It is really good. Now, I got to tell you, the first beer that scored a perfect 10 was Labatt Blue, and that was the highest score ever recorded for a beer. And that was, yeah, a 10, an exact 10. And then the second was Molson at 9.5, and we haven't really broke over the 9 percentage or the 9 points since then. That was around Christmas time, the month of January. If you want to go ahead and check out that episode, I'll go ahead and throw that up there right now so you can enjoy some of the old previous episodes of Travel Man Dan weekly beer and video review show. But this one, this right here, really delicious. You can see, I don't know if that has anything to do with being organic or not, but it's got some light carbonation. A little bit of bubbles are going to the top, but really smooth, delicious beer. Thank you. So that's what I want to get into, guys. Hold on, let me take another sip. So, oh, that's sweet. Now I taste a little bit of apple in there and a bit of a fruity taste, but really refreshing. It's about 90 degrees here in California today, so on a hot day when you're sweating your butt off in the studio, really refreshing, cool, crisp, clean, smooth. Oh man, refreshing lager from England. Very good. Guys, I just want to let you know, Greg went ahead and sent me a direct message on my Facebook and went and requested some beers from Poland. So I really appreciate that, Greg. He sent me about 6 pictures, about 100 different beers. He lives in Poland a few months of the year. So I really appreciate that. Looking forward to searching out any of those beers and trying them out for myself. If you can suggest any beers that you think might be good for this show or you think I might enjoy, go ahead and put it down in the comments section and let me know, and I'll try to find it. Or if you could put me in touch with a distributor or something. I live in Los Angeles. I'd love to go ahead. Thank you. I'd love to go ahead and try out as many different beers as I possibly can. Let's do a bourbon show. You know, I think I'm going to start doing maybe a little bit of nothing too crazy, because the problem with bourbon shows are, and the problem with vodkas and liquors and like hard booze, is this show goes on for about an hour, and by the end of it, you know, you can put down a quarter bottle of bourbon and you'll be shot, and you're slurring, and you're on camera, you're like this, and you know what I mean, wild turkey. You know, you're just like, hey everybody, welcome to the weekly beer and vodka bourbon show. I'm your host, Danny Salay. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna go ahead and fully do that, but occasionally we do bring out some liquor and we toast shots and we do stuff like that. But we just don't want to bring a show around it, because I don't want to be face down. Next thing I want to get into is, I don't know if you guys are subscribed or follow me on Instagram or Facebook, but I posted a video 2 days ago that me and my friends, yes you have, Uncle John, yes you have seen me. I posted a really fun video. I don't know if you're familiar with the quarantine fight challenge videos that have been going around, and the first original one was done by a professional stunt team for the movies in France. Yeah, he's great, man. Palmetto Al from, is that one good? I never heard of that one. Palmetto Al, I'll look for it, Dad. So the fight challenge was a really cool thing done by a whole bunch of stunt artists in Europe, and they start off and they basically punch the screen, or they kick, or they karate chop, and then the person receiving it reacts to it, and then either punches back, kicks, knees, elbows, does whatever, and it goes on and on and on. It went viral and became a huge hit all over the world. So, knowing that I was in the action actor sphere acting world with all my friends, we went ahead and created one. And I'm going to put that one up as a special one on my YouTube channel on Tuesday. So be sure to look out for that. It's going to be called the Buddy Smacker Challenge. Oh, that one's good. I've had that one, Kronenberg 1664 Blanc. I've had that one in Denmark. I like that one. Their bottles shaped like, remember the old Michelob bottles where it didn't have the little long skinny neck? It was more of a chody neck. Yeah, I like those ones. But yeah, check out my video, the Buddy Smacker. You're gonna love it. It's really funny. It is a good beer. Tenacious Freak. It's an interesting, fun. It's about 3 minute long video, but it's full of some really talented people. It was put together by a good friend of mine, an action actor from Israel named Tomer. Tomer Oz is his name. You can check him out on Instagram if you want. The video is already up on my Instagram at Travelman Dan. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We worked with some heavy hitters, some people from Star Wars, my friend Joel, another girl who is Wonder Woman's stunt double, and some other huge people that I know from the Jackie Chan stunt team, and just a big collective creative group of stunt artists and actors and action actors. The Buddy Smacker. It's coming out Tuesday on my YouTube. If you can't wait and you want to check it out, it's on my Facebook and on my Instagram. Yeah, I kick us off. I started off, so hope you enjoy it. But stay tuned and get ready for it, because I'm putting that out on the YouTube channel on Tuesday. The Buddy Smacker. All right, let's get back into this delicious Samuel Smith. I'm just gonna take a little sip, a little suck off of it. Here we go. Oh man, that's good. That is really good. I really like this beer. I'm not sure what it is. It must. The organic labeling claims that it's the freshest and best ingredients that they could possibly find because it's grown organically. What that means, I'm not really sure. Whether that means that everything's grown in a greenhouse, away from pesticides, when they're talking like they are with vegetables, I really don't know. I'm not too into growing hops, barley, and this kind of thing, but you can definitely taste something is different about this beer. Something, the flavor of it, the smoothness of it, the cleanliness, the purity of the beer in this glass right here. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the glass. Travelman Dan is used to sucking out of the bottle like a hobo down on 4th Street and Broadway. If you're coming back to Denver, I got a Carl's beer. Dude, I would love that. I want to push to come back next summer. I usually go to Latvia every summer. I can't go this year, obviously, so I'm looking to go back next year. And what I plan on doing is maybe like a Latvia, Sweden, Estonia, maybe Copenhagen for a couple of days, because you know it's really cheap. It's like really cheap to fly around there, and especially in like northern Scandinavia, Europe. I think I was getting like Ryanair for like $39. Okay, the last thing I heard was my father saying, my face is as red as my shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and cruise this along, guys. I'm really sorry. This is pissing me off. To be honest with you, and we're gonna go ahead and figure it out. Hopefully you're gonna stay with me. I'm gonna speed things up. We're gonna cut things a little bit short, but I'll be able to throw those in next week's episode once I figure out this connection. Going with the Samuel Smith. I'm gonna go ahead and guzzle this down, and we're gonna speed things up and get on to the other beer. This way we at least finish the show. We at least have a little bit of a good time. Oh man, that is so smooth, delicious. I was not expecting this. I mean, I like the label. I was a little skeptical about it being organic. I'm not sure what that meant. Sometimes when you buy a little bit healthier and you think that it's pissing me. I know, Uncle John. Hey, Uncle John, it's better than being pissed on. I know. Trust me, it's definitely making me angry. But there's nothing I can do about it. You know, we'll make the best of it. Really good, delicious beer. If you happen to see this, I know in Kenmore or Tonawanda, anywhere in Buffalo, New York, you can probably go to Premier Liquor and find this one. Make sure you get the organic Samuel Smith. I'll put the link down in the description. It'll take you to their website. You can check it out. I was very, very impressed with this beer. I think it's delicious. I like how it comes in Germany. And we are trying Brader, and that is Einger Brewery. That looks like, you know, I mean, that is some pretty wicked stuff right there. This is a fine, got the red bottle opener. Let's pop this sucker open. Ooh, oh yeah, that's sweet. Okay, right away, smells much sweeter than the last beer, and almost like a hint of chocolate going on in there. All right, really tasty. All right, let's go ahead and pour it. I'm gonna show you. Get the last of the bubbles out. Maybe we should have 2 glasses to start off with, but here we go. Oh, baby, look at that. Look at that. That is like a full-on glass of pop. And notice the carbonation, not too much head, perfect pour, thick, black. You can't even see me. Can you see me? What am I doing? Huh? All right, look at that. That is a thick beer right there. It is malty. All right, smells sweet. Let's go ahead and take a first sip of this Bavarian Double Bock. Oh, wow. Whoa. Man, that is a weird taste. I gotta be honest with you. That is a weird taste coming off that other one that was smooth. It was clean. It was clean. It was like being in kindergarten and just like, you know, nothing's wrong. Go ahead and drink your juice here. And this one, this thing is like, I don't know, this thing is like some kind of weird Asian root that's ground up and made into like a formula when you're muscling. You got a stiff neck and you rub on it. That's what this thing tastes like, smells like, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't think this one's gonna get a 9.5. But we're gonna go ahead and finish it. For the sake of the show, I'm trooping on. I'm getting through it. And thanks a lot for joining me. I know we had some connective issues a little bit earlier and then recently, but hopefully we won't get any more. I'll go ahead and hurry up and wrap this show up. We are going to talk about last week's video. Being in quarantine, we still aren't able to go out and do the Food Fridays that I wanted to do because I have so many good places here in Los Angeles and in Arizona and Nevada. Kind of grovel over it, but it is what it is, right? So what do we do? Always, internet had me all pumped up. They had this thing called the Incredible Hulk. It was a giant burrito stuffed with avocado, with double avocado. How can that pasta not allow? Make sure you try that out. Check that video out, and hopefully it'll inspire you to pull up to the drive-thru. The really fun thing about Taco Bell is open till 2 a.m. and you can get all kinds of crazy concoctions. And well, it's almost like Taco Bell meat is a combination of, well, cat food, sloppy Joe, and something from your middle school cafeteria, and they just put it together and they make it in all different types of shells, tortillas, different cheeses. This one's longer, this one's more circular, this one's crunchier, but it's all the same stuff. But check it out. It was a fun experience. I had a good time, and well, we're doing the best we can with these videos on Food Friday, and some of them are home runs. You know, we have a great time. I go ahead and open up the world to these secret menus, but unfortunately this Taco Bell does not have a secret menu, or maybe that one didn't have one, but we're still going on with it, and it's still kind of fun to just go and try all these American fast foods, because there's places like, well, Tenacious Freak. You don't have Taco Bell in Denmark, do you? And there's places all over the world, parts of, you know, you got places like Kenya and Peru, and you got places in Central America like El Salvador and over in Malaysia, and I don't think they have Taco Bell. So hopefully I provided some type of value to them by seeing what American fast food, Mexican American food looks like. All right, let's go back into the funky ass root beer. I don't know what this thing is, and we'll go ahead. Man, this is tough, dude. I can't believe Germans drink all this stuff. This one is. All right, so as I smell it, it's almost like a licorice kind of flavor. Hey guys, are you guys still with me? Are you still with me? Throw me down a comment right now. Let me see who's with me. Let me know if you've had this beer. We're gonna go in. Oh man, wow! Taste like an licorice taste. Went ahead and talked about some things. We talked about last week's video. Talk to be fun for you guys. If you're in now, I want to talk about the regularly scheduled man and the coronavirus camp. Continuing to put happy to know that people, you know, find some value in my channel. They're continuing watching. They're expecting stuff. That's why I feel so bad when I have bad issues on the internet here on the live show. But it's nice to know people are out there watching and they're enjoying the show and they're following along. That really is a good feeling. So this week's Wednesday video, although we're not allowed to continue to travel, we're continuing to put out content, and we're doing Travel Man Dan, aka Reading Man Dan. And this week's video is bottled duckling. How do you like that, folks? All right. Travel Man Dan is going to be reading a little bit of children's story each and every week. And after this week, I'm going to go ahead and launch a whole bunch. So they're going to be coming out like every single day. For the kids out there that are graduating and they're still in quarantine and moms don't know what the heck they're going to do with their kids, they can go ahead and they can put on an episode of Reading Man Dan, and they can go ahead and listen to me read children's stories. As I said before, and I say a lot of times in the videos of Reading Man Dan, before I was a kindergarten teacher overseas, and I did some substitute teaching here in the United States as a kindergarten teacher, and I absolutely loved reading stories to the children because it allowed me to be this wacky guy and have all these cool voices and different ways to go ahead and read a children's book. And you know, children, well, they're engaged, okay? If you keep them engaged, they're focused, they're locked in, laser point, and I really enjoyed that. Had a good time doing it. So that's why we're continuing to go ahead and put out value, put out stuff like Reading Man Dan, so people that are stuck in quarantine with their children can put this on and let the kids watch the video. So if you go ahead and you check out this week's Wednesday video, you can see Dwaddle Duckling. All right. Speaking of dwaddling, who's with me, guys? You guys even with me? I know we started off, we had a good show. Is anybody still out there? Say hello. Put a couple of comments down. Let me see you pop up there. Throw me a beer. We are drinking this double Bach, and it is... It's thick, it's dark, it's super, man. All right, move right along. I go ahead and bring in this day in history. Well, guys, I know by the looks of it, I may look like a history teacher to you, but I'm not, okay? So, the dates and well, what I'm about to tell you, the facts, and then that's what I'm going to leave you. You want to do the research, why it happened, this and that. Okay, on this day in history, May 1792, merchants, okay, them formed the New York Stock Exchange, and we're going to explode, and then, well, you know, whole economy, all that kind of thing revolves around it. That's what happened on this day in 1792. On this day in 1875, we had the first ever Kentucky Derby. Okay, 1875, the first ever Kentucky Derby. The guy, the jockey, the person riding the horse, his name was Oliver Lewis, and he was aboard the Aristicides. Okay, Aristicides. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. It is a Greek word. Okay, but they were the first to win the Kentucky Derby in 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And, well, the rest is history, so go and have your mint juleps and enjoy yourself on the infield. And this day in history, in 1900, L. Frank Baum created the wonderful world Wizard of Oz, okay? Not the movie. The movie wasn't made until 1939, but the book, The Wonderful World of Oz, was written in 1900 on this day. All right, keep it on going. Keep it on going. Keep it on going. Okay, next one up in 1939. This day in history, the first ever televised baseball game happened. That's right. It was between Princeton Tigers and Columbia Lions. And Princeton won 2-1. I'm sorry, Princeton won 2-1. And it was first broadcasted by NBC. So that's pretty cool. You know, baseball was on TV back in 1939. This day in history, in 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously rules for school integration in Brown versus Board of Education. Now, this is one of the most historic cases because in Topeka, Kansas at that time, this was this huge outrage, and rightfully so. And it basically paved the way and allowed for me to be living through it. It's historic, and a lot of you guys are the trailblazers. It is breaking news, if you will, what happened on this day in history. I hope you enjoy the connective issues that will my best to get through it. You can see it kind of looks like a glass of Pepsi or an old coffee, but taste nothing like either of them. Wow. I mean, it's weird because a big gulp of it, I taste like I'm eating a really sweet candy bar, a chocolate bar, if you will. Not a beer. I don't know how many of those you could do, but I definitely think that they're stronger than they laid on to be. It's only 5% on the bottle, but I definitely think they're much stronger because I'm starting to sweat and I can see my face turning a little bit red, like my dad was saying. But yeah, we're almost done with that one. All right, the next segment of today's show is called "What Are You Reading? Or What Are You Watching?" So if you go ahead and after this show, if you can't put it up there now, for some reason comments maybe you've been disabled, let me know what you're reading, let me know what you're watching, and suggest something for me. I'm always looking for something to read or to watch. So if you have something interesting, you have something cool, let me know. Maybe I've seen it, maybe we can discuss. But if not, let me tell you what I'm gonna go ahead and watch and read, or I'm sorry, what I already read and what I already watched. What I'm reading is right here, and it is one of my favorite books. I gotta say, it's pretty interesting. It's it kind of grounds me. I don't know how to say it, but it kind of grounds me. Kind of brings me back. Especially being here in quarantine, you know, you're always trying to come out of this thing better and invest in yourself, right? That's what Warren Buffett said. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And I gotta be honest with you, I miss going out and auditioning. I miss going out and at least trying for movies and television shows and commercials and things like that. And so being stuck here in quarantine, I like to go ahead and just continue to practice the things that I'm in control of for my craft as an actor. And that's reading, right? Reading 101. But then when you read an acting book, you're able to go ahead and you apply some of the stuff, and it's called The Actor and the Target. And if you haven't read this, it's amazing. It definitely will help you with some techniques and some strategies. Now, it might help you tweak it a little bit, or if you're struggling to get past some of the stuff, then I definitely suggest reading something like Stand, a lot of the terminology and things that he's something with. It's a really good book, fun, interesting. I grew back into Amazon, and I really like Amazon California. It's with John Wayne and Benny Baum, and he's run out of town, sort of, by the rough and tumble cowboy outlaw gang. But Benny Barnes is the girlfriend of the outlaw leader, and she likes John Wayne's character, so she doesn't want him to leave, so he ends up staying, and it's just really classic stuff, man. You know, when you see John Wayne, you usually see him when he's older. He's a bit overweight. He's definitely been through the ringer a little bit, but when he was a young actor, he was handsome. He was cool. You know what I mean? It was interesting to see all those cowboy western movies and stuff. And yeah, I really enjoyed watching that one. It's called Old California. You can check it out on Amazon. You can check it out on Amazon, and maybe you've seen it or not. I don't know if you have. Go ahead and put it down in the comments. Let me know if you've watched it before. I don't know if anybody's even watching me anymore. Don't think you can throw comments up there or anything, but yeah, if you are, thanks for hanging with me. I'm sorry about the technical issues. I'll work on them for next week. I promise each and every time we're going to get better and better with each show until this thing pops, you know what I mean? And I will not forget that it was you guys that were here watching me as I'm sitting here in this little hot studio with bad internet connection during quarantine. You're spending that time, you're spending an hour with me. Appreciate it so much. Much love to you guys. I would buy you all beers, especially if the stimulus check number 2 comes. And Uncle John, if you're still with me, I'll get you a bourbon. All right, closing out the show, I'm going to go ahead, take a swig, give it a score, and then we're going to do the quote, and that's it. All right, here we go. Oh. It's like those old cartoons when they would feed you castor oil. Not good at all, guys. I gotta be honest with you. I thought I was getting something a little bit better. The Celebrator. There is nothing to celebrate in my world over there. Very kind score. Guys, you're welcome to try it. It's a free world out there pretty much for the most of us. If you want to go ahead and try this beer out, be my guest. I'm telling you here on the weekly beer and video review show with Danny Salay, this is not a good beer for me. I'm going to give it a low score of 2.5. Man, just I mean, it was a delicious blend of organic Anger, a double box celebrator that was not so fun, and it got 2.5. So whether or not you try this one or this one, I hope you have a good time. I hope that you found some value in this show. I'm really sorry about the internet connection. I will do my best to make next week's show run smoother, be better, and all that good stuff. I'm going to leave you with a travel quote. It was said, this travel quote was anonymous. It was said by nobody that knows. Okay, and here it is. It's fun, it's light, it's enjoyable. And the quote goes like this: don't even try. You can't make everyone happy. You're not a plane ticket. And I love this quote, and I read it, I love it because it makes me think of when I have plane tickets, or when I go ahead and I hit that final enter button and the send, and I purchase that plane ticket, and I know that I'm going over to, Timbuktu, or I know I'm flying just over to Las Vegas, or wherever I'm going. There's nothing better than a plane ticket, and knowing that you have it, and that you're going to be able to leave the stress and the everyday worry of your world that you know that you're living in right now. Because let's face it, everybody has it. But when you buy that plane ticket, even if it's for a day, 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, you're going to be leaving, you're going to be traveling, and all those worries, all those thoughts, they're just going to be left behind, and you're going to be going out there, and you're going to be experiencing new food, new cultures, new people, new sights. And that's the idea of what a plane ticket symbolizes. And I love this quote. You can't make everybody happy. Don't even try, right? You're not a plane ticket. And anybody that's ever purchased a plane ticket and they know that feeling, you know what I'm talking about. You know how happy that makes you feel when you know you're going somewhere. You can go ahead and you can, start telling people, hey, everybody, I'm going to Phoenix. Or hey, everybody, I'm going to Florida. You're excited about it. And it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. And I thought that's a quote we're